Hi, I'm Anastasia. It's Basil back again. It's Barry. It's Aquarius again. It's Billy back again. It's Andy. It's Arthur again. It's Arthur again. It's Bev. It's Anemone. And this is Ask the Altars Part 1. So the first questions that I have to answer are the new questions on the initial Altars A to Z questionnaire, because they got added after I did my video. And the first one is, are you non-human? No, I'm super duper human. No. I'm a person. I don't know, but I don't think so. I never feel like a person, but I don't know. There are no humans in Star Wars. But like, yeah, you know, like my answers to a lot of the other questions, I don't know. So maybe not. I don't know. Technically, kind of in the embarrassing weeaboo way. You know how in middle school you would just throw animal ears all over everything? So, in that kind of embarrassing way, because, you know, middle school. Don't know. I'm just there. Well, I think I talked about it in my video, but I already talked about how I am a demigod. Nobody tried to guess who my parent was, so I'm gonna keep that a secret until somebody guesses. And then once people guess, I can be like, you got it right. But yeah, I'm a demigod, and then I got the weeby ears. And then the next one is, how long have you existed in the system? And I have existed in the system since I think August or July of 2017. So about a year ago. Over a year ago. I date back to around sophomore year, so that would have been about 2011. Since 2015, so 3 years? Since fall, early or mid-fall of 2014. Yeah, 2014. For as long as I can remember anything, or for as long as, like, any normal person can remember anything. You know how, like, when you reach a certain age, you just, like, forget everything before you were 5 or 6, or 4 sometimes. I don't remember. That's, like, as far as I can remember. So, yeah. I don't really know the answer to that either, because my memories are kind of scattered. And I know that's not necessarily an indicator of how long I've been around. So like, if I remember something from middle school, that doesn't necessarily mean I was there in middle school, because sometimes memories get rearranged. I don't know how it works. But, I don't know. Maybe since high school, maybe since earlier. I have no idea. I've existed in the system since middle school. So anywhere between probably like around since 2008. So wow, 10 years. Wow. I've existed in the system since late high school. Maybe since like 2012 or 2013, maybe, or maybe I just have a lot of memories from that time. I don't know. Maybe since 2014. I think 2013 actually. So Yeah, I formed in 2014, in the fall of 2014. So I am 4 years old. Not actually, but that's how long I've existed. And then Marty asked a couple questions. The first one is, what does your inner world look like, and do certain altars have favorite parts of it? We're gonna make a video about the whole inner world and post it this month. We wanted to have it up by now, but we couldn't get it right. So that's gonna be something that is upcoming. As for favorite parts, I really like the city. I think that's my favorite place to be. But my favorite part is definitely the city, the lake city, which you'll have a better idea of what that means when we can actually get a video out about the inner world. I like the fields, like the grassland area, a lot, and the city. I don't particularly have a favorite part. My favorite part is the inside of my home, and no one knows where it is, and I like it that way. I don't particularly have... I don't particularly favor any part of the inner world over the rest of it, so... yeah. I mean, I really like the sky in the inner world. It's like full of stars. It looks like a big galaxy, or like those really cool pictures of nebulas you see, or like what galaxy print looks like, where it's just like covered in stars with a lot of like green and purple and blue like space clouds. It looks like that. It's really cool. It's always nice. I don't know what mine is. I don't explore a lot of it. I don't like have a lot of access to a lot of it. It's kind of just like the whole thing is like just dark to me, so that's a question for somebody else, you know? And I'll just say right off the bat, I don't see the inner world or have any access to it. When I'm not fronting, it's like I've just asleep, you know? There's no inner world for me. But my favorite part is the castle. Definitely the castle. I don't pay attention to a lot of it. I see a lot of it, but I live in the desert, but I go pretty much wherever. I don't think I have a favorite part. I just like I don't think I have a favorite part. I don't know if I have a particularly favorite part. I like my room a lot. My room is really cool. It's purple, and maybe one day I'll make it on The Sims, and it can be in a video. But yeah, I guess my room is my favorite part. And what are some of your altar's favorite traits about themselves? I like how supportive I am. And I think I'm funny. I hope I'm funny. And I've got, I like how empathetic I am. So I think that's what I would say in terms of, favorite traits about myself. I think that's a difficult thing for anyone to answer, whether they're a singlet or an altar in a system. But my sense of humor is, I think, is one of my favorite things about myself. A pretty good trait. I get along with people really well, which is good. Social anxiety, I still have it, but it doesn't prevent me from doing stuff as it does with some other altars. So I think that's one of my favorite things. It's not like a personality trait, but I think my art style is pretty cute. It's not like amazing or whatever, but I think it's cute, so. I like that I'm fit. I like that I'm good at staying fit. So like even if I'm not that great at like other things like socialization and stuff like that, which I'm okay at, I'm not bad at it. I'm just not great at it. I like that I'm still able to like take care of myself physically, which I know a lot of us kind of struggle with. So that's something that I can kind of take pride in. I don't know, I guess I'm fun. Fun-y, something like that. I get along with people pretty good, pretty well. Pretty social, friendly, stuff like that. So, that's a tough question to answer, but, yeah, something like that. I don't know, I think one of my favorite traits about myself is that I like to have fun, and I think that's a pretty good trait, if that is a trait. I don't know what qualifies as a trait. I think my favorite trait about myself is, that I'm mysterious, both on purpose and unintentionally. And I think that just makes me a bit interesting. I am very proud of how maternal I am. I know I'm a boy, but I'm definitely more maternal than I am paternal. It feels like two different things. I know they're both parental senses, but I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of how protective I am, and can be. I think it's a very admirable trait to have. So yeah, I like my high energy, and I like that I'm able to do stuff that sometimes other alters can't do. Like sometimes I can wash a plate. That's just an example. But yeah, that I am proud of that. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know if I have any. That sounds really depressing. Jeez. And then, Tasteful Tuna asks me, what is a persecutor to you, and what is your personal relationship with that role and or tendency? And the rest of the comment mentioned that it's pretty unusual to see an alter self-identify as a persecutor and things like that. And that is very true, because most alters who are self-destructive in nature don't realize that they're self-destructive or that they're hurting the other parts. A persecutor is a misguided protector, and they do believe that what they're doing is best for the system, and always keeping them safe or the system safe. And things that I do that are persecutory, I won't go into detail, were habits that developed to keep us safe, and at the time they did. But as an adult person, which we are now, those same habits don't keep us safe anymore, and they put myself and the other alters in more danger than they do keep us safe. So that's why I consider myself persecutory, and I'm just aware of the fact that those habits are more harmful than helpful at this current point in our life. And so I guess that kind of describes what a persecutor is to me and why I call myself one. As for my relationship with that role and tendency, I'm not very proud of it, and I really want to recover and stop those habits and learn healthier habits and how to set boundaries for myself and things like that. So my relationship with that role is, I hate it. I feel very protective towards my system and my system members, and I hate that some of the habits that I've developed hurt them. And I hate that, and I don't want it to happen anymore, so I'm trying to get better. Thank you for watching, thank you for asking, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.